Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kamu boleh mula.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to our panel, Puan Fazia Hanis Binti Hud, and to our moderator, Encik Wan Ahmad Faizal bin Wan Abdullah. Today, we would like to present about our product, which is Smart Helmet. Before we start with our presentation, let we introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Aizat Akmal bin Zaidi, and my metric number is 01 DKA 19F1177.
My name is Muhammad Ilham bin Chekmi. My metric number is 01DKA 19F1176.
My name is Amirul Syazwan bin Omar from class DCC50194 FYP and my matrix number 01DK19F1178.
My name is Muhammad Razin bin Shari. My matrix number is 01DKA 19F1181. We from DKA 5E.
Okay, let me continue with our presentation. Okay, this is for our content. Okay, firstly, I will tell you about brief project introduction. First, personal protective equipment (PPE) is protective clothing, helmet, glove, and other equipment designed to protect the wearer's body from injuries or infection. The project is designed to facilitate safety supervisor to monitor workers at construction site in event of any accident to worker. The last one is this helmet is equipped with a vibration sensor and GPS. When there is a vibration on the helmet, such as an object falling from a high place, then a message will be sent to the phone and will facilitate the process of request the victim. Okay, next is problem statement. First, construction site safety supervisor has trouble monitoring the condition of workers on construction site in the event of an accident. Next is information about accident is received late and can cause in the death of the victim. Okay, next point is objective of the project or study. First is to develop helmet using sensor and GPS. Next is to design a helmet using sensor and GPS. And the last one is to test the level of effectiveness of the material add to the use of this helmet at the site construction. Next, I will pass to my friend to continue with our presentation.
This is a project scope. Test the effectiveness of the helmet as well as get feedback to see the effectiveness of this product. Innovate helmet by adding sensor vibration, and then the last one is for the use of all site user. This is a Gantt chart for the week 1 and week 2. Project implementation and project supervision, and then week 3 until week 6 discuss of chapter 4, and then task execution session chapter 4, and then progress presentation, and then make correction resulting from the presentation, and then week 9 until week 11 until week 15 make a division of tasks, and then chapter 5 implementation session, and then execute session to prepare the product, prepare for the final project presentation, create slide for presentation, and prepare poster for exhibition and presentation of final project. And then the last one is week 15 make revision and correction to the final report. That's all from me.
Okay, I will continue presentation methodology. Okay, first to develop the helmet using sensor and GPS, we have two tools to this Arduino and sensor. Next step, we design a helmet using sensor and GPS. This helmet is equipped with vibration sensor and GPS, which will respond when there is vibration on the helmet as a accident. Next step, to determine the level of efficiency to sensor and add it to use at the construction site. Who use the helmet is contractor and on construction worker. Okay, that's data analysis. Okay, for data analysis based on on question at Google Form. Majority responding answer yes for question you have on accident contact. A total for 98.4% and balance answer no. This means accident always happen at construction. Okay, for question 2, for this majority respondent answer yes, a total 53% agree because the helmet can help in the event on the accident. Okay, for question 3, for this question or respondent answer yes 100%. This because safety helmet very important at construction site. And for last question, this majority respondent answer agree for this helmet total 33.9% and 32.3 not agree because maybe this helmet have disadvantage and we always improve and repair in the future. Okay, I pass to my friend to continue.
Okay, next I will explain about our conclusion. In a conclusion, the product that we equip, which is smart helmet, will help and benefit the site supervisor in monitoring the movement and condition of the workers on the construction site. In addition, the product that we do is successful to design and develop using GPS and vibration sensor. Lastly, this smart helmet also been test the level of effectiveness of the material add to the use of this helmet at the construction site. Next, I will explain about the originality, innovation, or solution of the product. The first one is this smart helmet can save time when any situation occurs to the users of this product. Second, the smart helmet can find out the whereabouts of the user through the GPS application. And lastly, the application that we use can be accessed by all types of smartphone. And lastly is I will explain about the recommendation of our product. First one is we plan to increase the range of use of this helmet by using more efficient device, namely Global System for Mobile Communication (GSM). Second is to minimize the smart helmet design to provide comfort and more attractive design so that the product is more user friendly. And lastly, we will insert the solar panel into this helmet to have an additional power supply. Thank you.
Okay, thank you group for the presentation. Now the Q&A session, question and answer session. Puan Fauzia.
Okay, first of all, this is a quite a good thing to know that you invent safety helmet with GPS to sensor the to censor the impact to the person who wear the safety helmet. I would like to ask, what is Arduino? Arduino. Can you go back to your, what is it? More. Patah balik. Okay, this one. Before this, after this. This one. To develop the safety helmet, we're using the sensor GPS. What is Arduino? Arduino.
Arduino is a source of platform that which can connect the object and let data transfer to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, it's a platform. Okay. How do you get the idea to develop this project? I mean, why safety helmet? How do you develop the idea? Or is it by
The reason why we choose
supervisor?
the reason why we choose this product is because there are many accidents in the construction site that the employee that don't use the don't use the what call it, that we don't use the construction helmet. So with this product, we can monitoring the employees every time, and it will easy the site supervisor.
Why not apply on safety vest instead of hard hat? So maybe when we fall down, the hard hat is also flying out. That's a question, right?
Yes.
Is it possible to install in safety vest? What do you think?
I think it is possible.
Okay, I have a few, maybe quite a lot of questions. How accurate is the sensor? What is the accuracy? Have you calibrated it, or this is a prototype?
This helmet is just for prototype.
Okay. So you haven't tested the accuracy. It's okay. I just asked you. What is the weight of the sensor you put at the back of the safety helmet? The weight. Because if it's too heavy, maybe it's not comfortable to use. I believe you have tried the safety helmet. So what is the weight? So how do you feel when you wear the safety helmet? From your personal experience.
The weight on the back of the smart helmet is a sensor that we apply on the helmet. So when the employees suddenly fell down or something else, the vibration will the sensor will give a
I think you didn't answer my
message to
question.
the Wi-Fi.
My question is, what is the weight? The weight of the sensor at the safety helmet. So when you wear it, how do you feel?
Berat sensor.
It's not so heavy. It's comfortable, but the design of the helmet is not user friendly lah.
So what do you think about the helmet? Don't worry, at least you are the one who wear the safety helmet, so you must know the feeling before you try to someone else. I just want to know.
I think it's quite comfort.
So as a conclusion, what do you think you have to improve on the design in the future? What things to be improved?
We would like to minimize the design so it will comfort the users.
What about the effectiveness? Effectiveness. What other things to be considered to be necessary to be more effective?
Pardon me? I can't hear.
Okay, saya cakap macam Melayu lah. Apa yang perlu kamu improve dalam design tu untuk contohnya dia punya tahap efisien dia ke, tahap efisien, mungkin jenis helmet yang mana sesuai ke, dia punya sensor ke, apa pendapat kamu lah untuk improve dia punya design safety helmet tu sendiri, dia platform ke.
Cakap bahasa
Untuk
Melayu
ini
boleh
kami
tak?
boleh
Kalau macam safety
Boleh
helmet ni,
je. Yang penting kamu faham.
safety helmet ni kami pakai apps ni dia tak boleh, macam range jauh dia tak boleh nak detect. So kami in future kami akan masukkan GSM lah. So GSM ni dia menggunakan SIM. Bila menggunakan SIM dia boleh pergi lebih jauh lah. Macam kan konsep tempat top up pembinaan kan besar. So bila pakai wifi dia macam terhad lah jarak dia.
So far paling jauh ya dia boleh pergi sampai berapa jauh?
So far
Yang buat ni lah, buat eksperimen ni. 100 meter, 10 meter. Saya anggap itu dia punya accuracy lah.
20 meter maybe.
Okay. Yalah kan prototype. So far itu sajalah soalan pada saya. Bagus. Menarik projek ni.
Okey, terima kasih Puan di atas kesediaan Puan untuk menjadi panel. Terima kasih kepada grup yang present. Soalan-soalan yang dikemukakan oleh Puan Fauziah tadi tu sebenarnya adalah soalan-soalan asas yang kamu perlu fikir dan juga jawab, okey, dalam laporan kamu nanti. Okey, dalam laporan chapter 5. Okey, Puan Fauziah, kita rehat dulu 10 minit, boleh?
Boleh.
Nanti kita masuk balik dalam link yang sama lah. Okey, terima kasih Puan. Terima kasih semua. Boleh bersurat.
Terima kasih Puan.
Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih Puan.
save point.
Nampak Aizat show?
Nampak.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today our group represent our final project pipeline leakage sensor. My name is Muhamad dan Fitri bin Fazlan. My matric number is 01 DKA 19 F1143.
Okay. My name is Muhammad Mifdhal bin Yunos. My matric number is 01 DKA 19 F1144.
My name is Muhammad Hakimi bin Tamrin. Matric number 01 DKA 19 F1145.
My name is Muhammad Yusri bin Mustafa. Matric number is 01 DKA 19 F1146.
We will begin with introduction of our project. The introduction will be presented by our friend Mifdhal.
Okay, we begin to the introduction. Okay, for the introduction, public detection is used to determine if and in some case where a leak has happened. The method to detect the leaks is include hydrostatic testing, infrared and laser technology. Pipeline network are a mode of transportation for fluids product. If properly maintained, the pipeline can last forever without leakage. Okay, in this paper, we propose IoT, Internet of Things, based on water monitoring system. The Internet of Things is a collection of objects that work together to perform user tasks associatively. This device, this device can be in the form of pre-ordered sensors, equipment, embedded system, and data analysis microchips. Um, One of the important issue in environmental monitoring is water monitoring and sustainability. There are many challenges like floods and water pollution. Okay, we use IoT in our project. The purpose solution is low cost with an integrated sensory system that allow for internal monitoring of water quality. Alerts and relay data are sent over the internet to a cloud, server and can be reserved by the user on terminal. Water measurement results are displayed in a web-based or remote dashboard. Okay, next slide I will give my friend to present.
Then we will go through the problem statement. First, small soil movement due to variation in soil moisture content. When the soil is dry and saturated with moisture, it will expand. For the second problem statement, material quality that does not meet the specification as well as work that is not properly supervised will result in a water supply system that has high leakage rate. Copper or other metals oxidize in process similar to the rusting of iron. Last but not least, corrosion occur as a result of a chemical reaction that result in the movement of an electric current. As a result of the movement, the more reactive anode will experience galvanic corrosion. So this is our article that we found in internet. So I will pass to my friend.
Okay, next for objective. First, to detect the position of leak occurring in pipeline. Second, to utilize signal processing method in detecting leakage in pipeline. Third, to develop test ring and conduct the test run based on transit flow of pipeline. Lastly, to determine difference between normal flow rate and leaking flow rate of water in the pipeline. Next.
Next is the scope of study of our project. The first scope is the scope of the work is study is to determine a suitable location. So, in this project, we study a suitable location for to test our product. To detect the pipe leak, the location which suitable, with location that have the leaking pipe problem. Next is to amplitude or lead signal with very pressure and affect the collector raw of raw signal. This we have to test we to have to receive the lead of signal with the pressure to make sure the signal we receive is raw and accurately. Lastly, the scope of study was to detect pipeline leak by producing application that use the internet network. Uh, By producing application, we will easy to receive the signal notification that from the leak that sensor we detect through the application with a network with the internet network. That's all. Next is a methodology. We begin with a prototype. So this is a prototype of our sensor and the application. So we will begin with a prototype sensor building process where we will we will collect the material and component, and next we will assembling the electronic part, and next process of uploading coding into the not MCU, which will use the coding system, and next while the coding process is still uploading, we will cutting the pipe and gluing and combining the pipe. After that, after the coding and the process of cutting the pipe and combining, we will install the sensor on the pipe. And lastly, the prototype will be the prototype sensor will be ready to use. And the right side is the application coding software. The process of our coding. First, we will start by take the password of the internet and the name of the internet, or you can use hotspot. So set the software pin, and then set the digital pin for the lay control, so you can control the monitoring pipe application. And then start a serial and serial, and then read the transit data form for the Arduino Nano from the node MCU, and then start website interface, or you use the application, and then the button click on the website interface. If it's yes, change the status of the electric pin, connect to the relay, and wait for 1 second, and you can use the application. Or no, you have to wait for 1 second, and you have to repeat the read data set from the Arduino Nano until it can connect to the application. Next is the test run. This is a picture of our prototype sensor model and application prototype sensor. Next is a test run.
So for the test run, I will explain with a video. Daniel, can you play the video? Uh, so this is our pipeline leakage sensor system. Uh, so first of all, uh, we install the device as in the video. Laju sikit. Okay, then we use smartphone to ready the device. The device need to connect with Wi-Fi. After that, activate the device as in the video. Okay, we open the Pili because to make apa
Auto detect.
auto detect. So the device detects pipe leakage when the sensor exposed to water, and then Aizat. Then the data was collected. Depan sikit. Okay, then the data was collected and send the notification through the Blink application. Last but not least, we will get notification if a leak occurs. So I will pass to my friend.
Okay, for the Gantt chart, okay. Gantt chart they show the activities carried out throughout the project along with our activities timeline in weeks. You can see our project from week 1 until week 15. Our project starting with project briefing and end with final project presentation. This Gantt chart take our project take 4 months: September, October, November, and December.
Okay, next for result analysis, there are two data that can be seen from the picture on the slide is to be able to detect pipe leak and different flow rate value. As seen in the picture before the leaking, pipe application show the condition of the pipe is normal. After leaking, in the event of a pipe leak, the application will show a notification saying the pipe is leaking, and we will take the value of the flow rate when there is a leak in the pipeline. Next.
After we get the data from the application received in smartphone, we will do the changes in the flow rate of water. So we do the data analysis where we obtain the result of our test is shown in below, which last for 60 seconds. The test we conduct was open to water pipeline, so the water would pass through the water flow sensor on our device. And we have to obtain data and rate of water that passes through the water flow sensor. So when the pipeline monitoring is in normal state, as you can see, the flow rate is only 20.5 m volume per second. The total of the water is 0.03668 meter volume. As the time is always the same because we use for 60 seconds, 1 minute. And when the leaking happen, the flow rate will increase because when leaking happen, there will be the water leak, and that's why the flow rate will increase. And the flow rate for the leaking is 20.69 and volume per second, and the total of water that leaking out is 0.03839 meter volume. The time is the same as always. Next.
Okay, this is data analysis. We make a questionnaire using Google Form. For the part A, we ask the is pipeline leakage sensor detect the leak accurately. So we can see that 92.9% of people agree that the sensor detect the leak accurately. For the second question, we can see that 97% of people agree that pipeline leakage sensor can identify the position of the pipe leak. At part B, we can see that 100% of people agree that the pipeline leakage sensor and application easy to use. For the last question, all people that answer our questionnaire say that our pipeline leakage sensor and application monitoring system are good and don't have any problem when they use it. Next.
Okay, now we go to the conclusion. Okay, in conclusion, based on our project, our product helps the user to quickly find out the problem and the leaks. There is a transmission pipe because when the sensor detects leaking water movement, it will tell the user on a simple phone with the blink application. The blink application is our apps. Okay, this is to find out the different of the flow rate value when on a pipe that has no leakage and with a pipe that is leaking. Different. First, no leakage and with a pipe that is leaking. This is due to the flow rate detected by the water flow sensor when water leaks on different pipeline with the flow rate of water through the same channel but no leakage. Hmm. But the value of the flow rate is according to the system we built because the value of the flow rate for different areas or different channels there. Okay.
And last, for recommendation, first we improve on this product in terms of more suitable design and increase the level of effectiveness of this microcontroller programming system. For example, to connect it to Blink application will be smooth and no problem will occur. Second, the availability of the product can speed up and the user is aware of any damage or leakage that has occurred on the transmission pipe. When user use this product, the user will be able to know when the occurrence of across the pipe leak. And last, the presence of the product is likely to reduce consumer anxiety or locals if there is a leak on the transmission pipe. This is because consumer may no longer detect pipe leak conventionally by seeing an increase in water bill and feel there is a leak in the water move or come up slowly while using it and soon.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, thank you for the presentation session. Now, question and answer session from Puan Fauzia.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. I have a few questions to you guys. Okay, we start with what is the platform you use for the coding?
Uh, Billing application.
Yeah.
Wait. The code we use is Arduino Uno.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. I was thinking you use the sensor to detect the leakage. You know the feature of the pipe is elongated. So are you going to install the sensor along the pipeline?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, okay. Is it isn't it it will be costly?
Uh, for the sensor is not too expensive, I think.
Okay. What if we have a few leakage instead of one along the pipeline and yeah, can you still calculate the total water loss from the leaking?
Yes.
But I
Uh,
believe you only try for one leakage, right?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe you can take note lah for which in your report what is the effectiveness and possibility to happen.
Okay.
Where do you send the questionnaire? I mean the target, the participant for your
The participant, we survey the resident from each of our town of our member, and we also as the plumbing expert on this project.
bagus bagus. A good audit participant. You did mention in your conclusion about microcontroller programming system. Would you kind to explain to me what is the system?
Micro control system, controller signal system is when the leakage happen, so the my controller with the application they connected with the hotspot or network. If the microcontroller signal is not good enough, the data we receive will not be accurately. That's why we use the microcontroller signal.
Is there any equivalent program to this system? Have you studied about it?
Uh, we suggest to improve the sensors, so want to improve the sensor to be more more effective, so the sensor will detect the leakage in pipeline very accurately, and the people or the user will able to see the sensor with a naked eye. So the sensor usually we will put on the ground, on the or underground store like that. But in our suggestion improvement, we want to put where the user can see where the sensor we put.
Okay, my last question. Why do you choose to detect the water leakage? Why not gas leakage? This is a
Because
question.
because in Malaysia we always have the issue where the community have the problem with the water, because the community usually do not expect when the leaking happen. So when the leaking happen, the people do not know how to expect the leaking to be leaking and the pipeline to be happen. So with this sensor, the people can expect the leaking happen, and they can take the action early to solve the problem. And with that, the water problem in Malaysia will be less, and in future we have nothing to face him anymore.
Somehow I agree with you because water is more common usage in Malaysia rather than gas.
Yes.
Okay, that's all for me. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you for the presentation groups and Puan
Thank
Fauzia.
you.
Okay, Puan Fauzia, we can rest for 10 minutes.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cik, kos ni memang tak banyak perempuan eh?
Ramai sebenarnya. Sama banyak.
Wah,
Tapi agihan tu kami buat mengikut angka giliran kan. So empat yang terhampir tu kami masukkan dalam satu grup. Ada jugalah yang sikit-sikit tu tak nak kena campur lelaki perempuan sikit-sikit. Kalau tak nanti tak ada yang tak jalan, ada yang jalan.
Faham.
Okey. Selamat datang pada Puan Fauziah dan group presentation. So untuk pagi ni kita mulakan dengan presentation daripada grup Muhammad Syafiq. Okey, persilakan. Boleh mula?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dengar suara saya?
Tak dengar.
Tak dengar? Dengar? Assalamualaikum dan a very good morning to our panel from Fauziah Hanis Binti and our moderator Encik Wan Ahmad Faizan bin Abdullah. My name is Kasyfur Binti Muhammad Idris. My metric number 01DK19F 127. Next. Sorry.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Syafiq bin Muhammad Sutahan. My metric number is 01DK19F1121.
My name is Muhammad Saliham bin Abdul Rahman. My metric number 01DKA19F1125.
My name is Siti Syafiqah Syara binti Zakaria. My metric number 01DKA19F1126.
Let me start our presentation with our title called Road Accident Detector Informing in Application with Device by Using Arduino and GPS.
Okay, next for our content. First, brief introduction of project, problem statement, objective of the project or study, and next scope of project or study, Gantt chart, methodology, next result analysis, conclusion, and innovation and recommendation.
For our introduction, according to our study, we found that a lot of accidents happen neither in town or hinterland. It took a long time to rescue the victim, so we suggest to make an app of combination of road accident detector and integration with our emergency unit. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, continue.
For problem statement, first, delay information delivery. Information is not delivered to the emergency unit device. Next, the location of the victim is difficult to identify and trace. And lastly, no auto-dive system to rectify system if the crash is a critical accident.
Okay, for objective of the project, we plan to design a tracker and reporter of accident by sharing the information such as time and location, to test the device and an application during accident, to create an application that can send notification of accident and the location.
Next.
To develop a low-cost, safety and practical in-vehicle system that can apply to all types of the vehicle.
Okay, next for scope of study, first, the system are focusing on major road accident. Next, focus on a road vehicles such as car and motorcycle. And lastly, cover the frontal car crusher, full overlap or small overlap. Okay, this is our Gantt chart from week 1 to week 15. All of our plan smoothly goes as our target. For example, as we can see from the Gantt chart, the green one represent planning and the red one is implementation. Next.
Okay, methodology. We use step by step, step 1 until step 5. First, identify problem. We find the problem from internet, news, journal, book. Step 2, design. We design the application, suggest button or data to put in apps. Interface. Step 3, develop. We develop sensor and apps such as Arduino, GPS and Link. That's right. Test application to get feedback on the effectiveness of those apps. Lastly, we collect data from other users. Next. Application design. We plan to put the first interface is setting page that have logo, dashboard and the user. The second one is final design. Next. We have logo, app name and dashboard. The second one is for content, report and can appear the detail. Next.
Okay, this is product roadmap for sensor design. First, Maker Uno. Maker Uno ni untuk sambungkan wayar tu. Next, Growth Wi-Fi. Growth Wi-Fi untuk sambungan Wi-Fi bila nak guna application tu. Next, Base Shield. Base Shield ni dia nak sambungkan Growth Wi-Fi dan Growth Vibrate Sensor. Growth Vibrate Sensor ni untuk detect lah bunyi sensor tu. Okay, next. This product roadmap. First, GPS tracker, setup, insert Bluetooth chip, and lastly, insert sound sensor. Next.
Okay, we create application. Next. First, we download and install Arduino. Then, we need to download CH341 for the first time user. Next. Open download file and install. And then select select the correct file inputs. The COM adds for your Maker Uno board. Next.
Okay.
Select cache and click include library and manage libraries. Then search for Blink and click the library name Blink and install. Next. Go to this link and select code and download zip. Lastly, go to your Arduino IDE and select Sketch, then click include library and add zip library. Select the zip file and that you have downloaded.
Next is the app template. First, install the Blink 0.01 on your smartphone. After you open your Blink account, just click New Project and set up for ESP8266 and create a new project. After create a new project, just press the widget box and choose for notification and level H for your template. Next. Okay, this you can see the notification and level H have been set up, and the template will be ready. Next.
Next slide.
This is first test.
Slide.
Sorry. This is our first test for our project. When the sensor detects some vibration, automatically the info will pop up in app. And then automatically the info will pop up in apps, and then it will link to the location of accident.
Okay, this is for result analysis from Google Form. First, this picture, the picture show the picture show the feedback of difficulty in identify the location in town or island. Next, the picture show the feedback of difficulty to send accident information as soon as possible to an emergency unit. Next, the picture is showing the feedback of the emergency unit takes so long to arrive at the scene. Next, the picture is showing the feedback of application that can help easily send information. Next, the picture is showing the feedback to find this application and device. Next.
Okay, for final result, we use a remote control Lego car for our project. Okay, this is our Lego car, Porsche Lego car, and we install the sensor and GPS tracker to the car. Okay, we install them to the car. After that, we also use our driver, a Lego people. Okay, as you can see, the car hit the wall massive at kilometer 80 per hour and make massive damage to the car. When the car hit the wall, it will make a noise that can be recognized from far away. Okay, after that, a notification will pop up on your smartphone, and the app will bring exactly where the accident happened and give exactly coordinate, as you can see. After you arrive at the location, automatically the app will close and end the route.
In conclusion, road accident detector informing device by using Arduino and GPS to track and report an accident by send the information such as time and location. The tools will provide information as soon as possible to the emergency unit through apps to provide assistance to the victims and can reduce the death rate due to road accident. This tool is also a system that can assess the impact of a collision faced by a car during an accident and combine all the rescue teams at one time. These apps are very simple and cost-effective initiative.
Okay, next for innovation. Existing detector only use message as information transmitter and use a lot of equipment. Innovation first, use the application as a sender of information. Second, easy to access. Third, use a lot of equipment. Next, information arrive quickly. And lastly, track the accident time and location.
So this is our recommendation. We identify some suggestions for improving our project, such as installing a camera that can record and live stream accident event and transmitting the recording and live stream to the emergency unit. And in addition, the Arduino system is connect to the car's audio system so that the driver can communicate with the emergency unit whether there has been a minor or major accident. Last but not least, install a fire sensor which will detect the presence of a fire during an accident and send the information to the emergency unit. So we hope that other students will be able to improve this project. So that's all from us.
Okay, thank you for the group presentation with wonderful and logical project. Okay, easy to understand lah. Okay, next for the Q&A session, Puan Fauzia, continue.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Okay, I would like to ask, your project is to help the road land accident to connect with the emergency room, right? What if the accident happen in the water? For example lah, lately our Selangor State is being submerged by flood. Let's say lah kereta tu submerged in the water. Can the sensor detect?
Yes, the GPS tracker can detect under the water because it is waterproof.
Okay, good answer. And I was thinking if the implementation to install the sensor can be cooperate with, JPJ, for example. Once you want to renew the road tax license, you have to install in your car. What do you think about the implementation? Yalah, tak semua orang nak pasang.
Macam mana? Come again?
What I'm trying to say is it possible to work with government agency to do the implementation? Tak semua orang nak pasang, nak install the sensor.
Itu pilihan lah Puan. Kalau nak cepat, nak selamat ke, pakailah. Kalau nak delay delivery, nak tunggu orang call bila accident tu, memang lambat lah. Sekarang pun bukan orang call, takkan gambar, rakam, buat video dulu, delay lah kan.
Yalah.
Dulu.
Ini cuma sekadar inisiatif baru lah.
Tapi kalau macam let's say lah you work with monitoring instrument company, maybe you can introduce to the government kan. You buat apa tu, how to say you buat satu model ke untuk government implement dulu, and then baru dia nampak keberkesanan tu lah untuk dia implement pada orang biasa.
Something like pilot study for agency like Miros.
Yeah.
Cannot put under JKR lah. Better for Miros ataupun pihak berkuasa tempatan.
Okay, my next question is how do you differentiate between normal vibration and accident vibration? Mesti tak sama kan? Kalau tahu langgar lopak pun takkan you kira itu accident.
Dia ada skala dia pun.
The car crash.
Dia ada skala untuk vibration. So kita boleh
macam ni, okay, soalan saya. You langgar lopak apa vibration kan? So how you differentiate between normal vibration dengan accident punya vibration?
Kalau kat coding tu kan, kalau kat coding link tu kita orang boleh set up. Ya, kita orang dah search kat Google, biasanya vibrate untuk accident ni 30,000 dia punya nombor dia. So kita orang set up kat coding tu 30,000 ke atas. Jadi memang kalau 30,000 tu memang accident lah nama dia. Kalau macam langgar lopak tu semua 20,000 ke bawah. So dia takkan baca lah.
Answer? That's what I want to ask.
Proper answer lah.
Okay. Is it possible for this sensor to work as black box in flight? Kalau flight kan kita ada black box, kalau dia crash kita boleh detect.
Tapi black box kan dia record voice sekali kan. Tapi yang ni tak record voice. Dia just detect location. Lepas tu dia boleh tahan lah dalam air. Boleh tahan dalam air, dalam kebakaran pun ada tempoh lah. Dalam 10 minit, 20 minit boleh lagi hidup. Lepas tu dia akan terbakar sebab dia pun plastik kan.
Okay, bagus lah. As a prototype is a good one lah.
Prototype lah.
That's all for me.
Okay, thank you Puan Fauzia for the panels in this group. Mostly I find the other two and this one is far okay lah, far better lah. I agree with this group. Okay, thank you for the panels and thank you for the group for the presentation. Thank you all. We can dismiss this meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sama-sama.
Thank you, Syazwan.
Hai, mati kuyu semua ni pagi-pagi ni.
Overnight. Boleh je.
Okay, sama-sama.
Timbangan dia. Subjek. Kalau nak tengah subjek. Tekan next